Stigma leads to judgments and behaviours that limit opportunities for people to get better and build a happy life. Stigma leads to discrimination.
We believe as a society we should no longer tolerate stigma. Whoever we are and whatever our life experience, we can all commit to ending stigma and discrimination.
There's self-stigma, the feeling of shame, personal blame, and the fear of judgment that leads us to hide our problems from others. Societal stigma, when people without personal experience of substance addiction judge us before understanding our life experience. And thirdly, structural stigma, when political messages and policy approaches, including funding for our services, can have real-life limiting effects and send a signal about who deserves help. These types of stigma feed into and reinforce each other to create a social norm which excludes us from the resources that we require to get better, such as healthcare, friends, employment, and a home. Stigma has a human and economic cost to people directly and indirectly affected by substance addiction. Everyone has a role to play in breaking this cycle of stigma.
Stigma limits access to health, housing and employment and positive relationships. We believe everyone should have a fair chance at a happy and healthy life. Everyone should be able to access the resources to achieve their aims in life. Everyone has the human right to health. Ending stigma will save lives, trauma and money.
The fact is, basically, it wasn't my lifestyle choice, but people see that and they do assume straight away that, you choose to drink, and unfortunately that isn't the case, and that's a stigma that I would like to break for people, to realise that it is the illness. You don't choose to become an addict, you don't choose to drink to that extent.
People suffering with drug and alcohol problems or mental health problems don't need to be isolated. They need to be a part of society. They need to be whole, and anyone can achieve anything. People can turn their lives around. So yeah, stigma must end.
Over the next few years, we'll be doing our bit to end stigma through 5 strategic approaches. Understanding attitudes that restrict access to health, housing, employment and social support. Recognise and address discrimination in representation, that's language and media, and access policy. Promote visibility in education through creative storytelling. Enable empowerment in service provision and policy decision making. And finally, supporting everyone to find your anti-stigma role.
There are lots of ways of getting involved. It is all of our responsibilities to do our bit to challenge the stigma that people who use substances face.
Listen and learn from the experiences of people with lived experience.
Call out stigma when you hear it.
Think about using your voice. If you have a story that you'd like to share, then please get in touch.
Develop your own anti-stigma strategy and share it with us.
Help amplify that anti-stigma message.